Welcome to The Business Strategist, the show that gives business owners and entrepreneurs game-changing business strategies that can be used in scaling and transforming a business. Sharing deep dive conversations with industry experts, thought leaders and clients, facing real challenges and uphill struggles. Brought to you by business strategist, former elite athlete, international speaker, and best-selling author, Adam Strong.
Would you like to be seen as a major authority in your industry? Would you like to be more credible? And would you like to have more leads organically being attracted to who you are and what you stand for? Then guess what? You need to develop and create more content marketing. And in today's episode, I'm going to share with you my strategy for creating content in 7 easy steps. So this week, welcome to The Business Strategist. With myself, Adam Strong. I want to talk a little bit about content marketing. Now, for months, no, if not years, I struggled with the concept of what I kind of saw it as wasting my time in creating content. Okay, I didn't believe that content marketing would be the kind of gateway to building my authority, my credibility, and also how to generate leads organically without using ads or using any type of ad spend whatsoever. What's really interesting about today is I'm going to share with you guys about how to use content marketing in 7 easy steps. And it can take you really between 30 and 45 minutes a day if you're really smart, and it will really raise your profile. But also, people buy from people that they like, know, and trust. You've probably heard that before. But in my industry, for example, it generally takes between 4 and 6 months on average for most people to become a client. Now, in your industry, it might be slightly different. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that normally when people discover you, they need 7 different types of content and 11 different touch points. And the reason why that normally happens is that people over time then feel that they can trust who you are, but also how they feel and how they resonate with you and what you stand for, and if there's a connection between the two. So guys, I want to kind of really step with you guys and share my 7-step content marketing strategy that I believe would really help you in creating more organic leads, more sales, and being able to basically create content that converts. So if you want to be able to do that, listen to today's episode. So step number 1, the first thing that you've got to think about before even creating any type of content is to ask yourself, who is my audience? Okay. Now, if you're in an industry and you're not quite sure who your audience actually is, or maybe you're like one of my clients who basically has such a wide diversity of different clients, is that she's not quite sure who her ideal client is. So the question you have to ask yourself is, who is it that you actually enjoy working with? So there's no point in creating content for people that you actually don't like. That would be completely ridiculous. So create content for one specific type of clientele or one specific ICP. Who is the audience? You may have 1, 2, 3, multiple different types of ICPs right now, but I want you to just focus on one. Focus is extremely important because each type of audience is going to have a slightly different message. They're all going to have slightly different challenges and pain points. And you've all got to speak and communicate to them in a slightly different way. Tip number 2, I mentioned this actually on our last podcast episode, which is writing down their biggest pain points, problems, challenges, and fears. What keeps them up at 2 o'clock in the morning? What keeps their mind ticking over and over and over again? Okay. So what are the things that they're thinking about, and what are the things that could you potentially help them with? So whether it be you're a financial advisor, the ICP is that they're worried if their pension is protected. If you are an accountant, the pain point of maybe an entrepreneur or business owner is, am I HMRC compliant, for example, or am I compliant with paying the right taxes to the IRS? So thinking about what are the biggest fears, pain points, challenges, and problems that your ICP is really experiencing. So I always create content to inspire them, but also educate them. The reality is, ladies and gents, is that most things can be found out. Most things have been invented these days. Now, if I want to find something out, what do? What are the two things that you tend to do? Most of your clients are going to go on two things. They're either going to go on Google or they're going to go on YouTube, which is actually owned by Google anyway. But they're going to find out how they can solve their problems. They're probably doing that at 2:00 in the morning, type it in, how do I solve this? Or how do I do this? Or how do I do that? They're probably doing that right now. So I want you to create content which is going to help solve their problem. Point number 3, I want you to think about 3 to 4 content pillars that you could speak for without even doing any research. So in my case, for example, the 4 different types of content pillars that I have is, number 1 is mindset. The second one is how to scale your business. Number 3 is how to exit your business. And number 4, leadership. So those are the 4 content pillars that I create. Those are the ones that I tend to talk about. So choose 3 to 4 content pillars that you have no problem in talking about, whether it be money, whether it be taxes, whatever it is. Choose 3 to 4 content pillars and only 3 to 4 content pillars only. Step number 4, and this is something that we're doing right now that is absolutely going to save you so much time right now. Now, pay close attention to this because I think this is an absolutely crucial thing that you need to do. So the next step that you need to do is you need to find out people in your industry, what's working for them and who are those people. So the best thing that you can do right now is go over to Favicon. So that's Favicon. Go to Favicon, download, sign up to do the 14-day free trial or whatever it might be. Download the Google Chrome extension, and pick 1 or 2 industries that are closely affiliated to you. So is it finance? Is it startup? Is it tech? Whatever it might be. Pick 2 industries that are closely related to you. And then find out from those industries, you'll be able to then see who are the top 50 creators within that industry. Now, what you want to do is you actually want to start following those people, maybe connecting with them if it's possible, but start following them on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a great place to hang out, but follow those people and you'll be able to see what type of content that they're creating and what you learn from those individuals. So start to do that. So think about who is it that specializes in your niche and what is working for them. So one of the things that I love to do is I love to study other people, not copy them, but I love to study what they do. So that moves me into the next step, which is step number 5. So as I mentioned to you, follow them, study them, see what posts they're creating, what type of engagement they're getting, how many likes are they getting, how many comments are they getting. So look at the stats. And if you start to look at some of the posts that they're making and it's getting high engagement or whatever it is, then you start to study to see what are the improvements that you can make. What can you do to capitalize? Because obviously if it's been done once, then it works. So I think that's extremely important. Now, what I want you to do in step number 6 is I want you to take those specific types of content. Now, as I said to you, do not copy, but effectively take those pieces of content and make it your own. So you could take, for example, if you have seen a text with a photo, for example, you could take that text and effectively put it into a Word document or a Pages document and start to put it in your own language. So people to understand you, number 1, but number 2, what does it match it up in terms of your personality? So you want to make that piece of content about you. So, for example, someone in our industry, for example, she wrote about the mistakes of CEOs. So what I did is I basically took the post and made it my own insights, but effectively use the same structure because, again, it works. So I think that's extremely important. Now, step number 7 is absolutely crucial. This is what I do on a daily basis. I'm going to basically tell you what I'm doing and what's working. What I tend to do is I tend to post about 3 times a week. You don't need to post more than that if you don't want to, and that's okay. Because one of the myths around content creation is that the more that you effectively create, the more followers that you have, the more leads that you have. That's not true. Quality over quantity, very important. I tend to create about 3 times a week, and I tend to mix it up with some video, which might be some caption or some short-term video, which will be under 2 to 3 minutes, thereabouts. I may do a carousel, and I may do image with text, for example. So I try and mix it up. And it's really important to mix that content up because, again, people are wired in different ways. For example, I'm more of a visual person and an audio person. I'm less of a reader. But there are then other people that are more text-heavy types of people. And guess what? Create content for those types of people. But also you got to think about what is trending right now, what is getting the most traction right now. So for example, if I take LinkedIn as a platform, I know that LinkedIn really loves short form copy of video. Carousels are coming back, and also really powerful infographics as well, with some really good context as well, which is really getting a lot of traction right now. So LinkedIn are going to favoritize certain types of content right now. So definitely wave the ride in that manner. And what I also do as part, before even posting any of my own personal content, is I tend to make sure that the creators that are within my industry, I contribute towards what they're doing. Because if I champion what they're doing, then guess what? More eyeballs are going to come onto my profile too, because their audience is going to come to me because they're like, oh, wow, that's a great comment that you make. And don't just share a comment for the sake of sharing a comment and being candid. What you want to do is you want to share a comment and share insights. So when I share a comment, I tend to try to help them to continue the thread of the conversation. That's my way of championing others. Because if they see that you do it for them, they'll do it for you. It's reciprocation. The law of reciprocation. One of the things that I do as well is I comment for 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes before posting. That means LinkedIn can see that I'm active, and then I will post. And then after I posted, you want to make sure that you are active online for 30 minutes after you post. And the reason why that you want to do that is because in the first hour of posting, that is one of the most crucial times of posting. And the reason for that is because you're going to get a 40% uptake of people reading your post because it's at the top of the feed. The more time that carries it on, the less chance it is people are then going to see, going to comment, engage, and so forth, right? After the first hour, it loses another 40. So let's just summarize what I have mentioned to you guys. This is a content creation machine that converts into 7 easy steps. So the first one I mentioned is thinking about who is your audience. So create content, which is who is the audience, have a good idea and a good picture in your mind. If you don't know who your ideal audience is, think about who is it that you'd like to work with. Very important. Why would you create content for people that you don't like? Makes no sense. Step number 2, what's their biggest fears, pain points, challenges, and what keeps them up at night, basically? What are they Googling? What are they going onto YouTube for to try and solve their problem? Is it that they are looking to scale up? How do I recruit? Like, what is it that they were trying to solve? What are they trying to fix in the head? So that's step number 2. Step number 3, choose 3 to 4 content pillars. So these are content pillars that you, as an industry expert, would not need to do any research. Don't do any more than 4, okay? 3 to 4 is perfect, all right? Step number 4, use Favicon to research 30 to 40 industry experts in your niche, all right? And get to know them. Number 5, follow them, study them. Do not copy them, but see what they do. So see what posts are getting engagement, see what posts are getting likes, see what posts are getting comments, and what can you do with that particular content, all right? What I tend to do, step number 6, is take those specific types of content and make it your own. That means personalize it based on your language, based on the way that you communicate, based on your personal values. Because guess what? If it's been done once, then it will rinse and repeat. No point in reinventing the wheel, ladies and gents, okay? Completely pointless. And number 7, post 3 times a week, quality over quantity, and comment 10 to 20 times per day. But also make sure that you are making comments on people within your industry minutes prior to posting, and also making sure that you are engaging with people that are leaving comments and engagement on your posts. Because there's one thing which really harms your brand is ghosting and posting. And my good friend Jasmine Alec talked about this. What's the point in posting if you're going to ghost people? What social media love is they love to have conversations. They want people to stay on the platform. They want people to create conversations and engagement. So that's the best way to do that. So listen, hope that this has been a useful task. What I would endorse you to do, I've gone through that at about a lightning speed. Is to pause this, go back, rewind, listen, and go through the steps that I have effectively given you my content marketing strategy. And you will see, you will see an uptake in organic reach, in your profile views, in just basically organic leads that converted, because it's going to be so much more easier for sales and also just client conversion. So listen, I hope that this has been of useful, and I hope this exercise has really kind of given you some epiphanies more than anything else. And I hope you're excited for the next episode. Anyway, from me, Adam Strong, take care. See you soon.
Thanks for listening to The Business Strategist with Adam Strong. Follow Adam on LinkedIn, YouTube, and adamstrong.net. Leave a review on Apple or Spotify.